Welcome back to New Day. At the top of the show, we talked a little bit about the Mariners, but I want to continue the celebration with friends. So let's get right to our Hot Topics panel. We've got Jenny Keller from Jenny Cookies. She stayed with us, plus evening's Jim Dever and New Day producer Suzie Wiley. Hello. I can tell this is going to be a lively bunch.
Is it?
Yes. Oh, it is.
Right off
it
the top.
is. And don't pull any punches, Jenny. You tell us how you feel. All right, Mariners, though, everyone feels the same. Wow, wow, wow. What were you all thinking? Where were you when this happened?
I was in Spokane, surrounded by a pretty hardy group of college students who were,
I bet they
as you can imagine, enjoying themselves very much for the game. That was awesome.
That's amazing. Jenny, did you have cookies, like Mariner cookies made?
I didn't. I'm a ticket holder. I'm always there. And I had my daughter's volleyball game that night. And so we had to give our tickets away. So I was kind of messaging on my phone with people I did know that were there. And I'm like, how is the energy? It must be amazing. But, you know, priorities.
Did your daughter's volleyball team win a wild card series?
By
any chance?
No, but it's okay. I'm still so excited for the Mariners.
It is so exciting. I was in the car trying to remember the radio station to turn to, like trying to find it because I was seeing on Twitter it was exciting.
Yeah.
Big sports fan, Susie.
I have to say, I am not a baseball fan, but I love this team. It was exciting.
My favorite was I had walked. I was on my way to Bellevue Fashion Week, and I got there early, and so I walked into Nordstrom as one does, and the entire Nordstrom bar right there in Bellevue was full of people standing room only. So I just stood there too, and we just all watched it. And I don't think it's ever been that loud in a Nordstrom ever.
No.
The Nordstrom bar crowd. What a way to watch an M's game. That's a very Northwest way to watch an M's game.
It was amazing. I loved it. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited that everyone had a good time. All right, so our next topic is about smiles. And of course, our city is full of smiles right now. But the question is, which state smiles the most? Shiny Smile Veneers. They recently, of course, they've done this research. I just want to get that out there. Analyzed 15,000 Instagram photos in the 50 largest U.S. cities to determine America's most smiley city. And it is, the most smiley cities are Cincinnati, Ohio, Birmingham, Alabama, and Austin, Texas. The
very
cities
unscientific.
that smile the least.
I've been to Cincinnati. There is not much to smile about.
Hey.
I was waiting for Jim to say that because I wasn't going to do that.
Well, wait for the cities that smile the least. Baltimore, Maryland, Providence, Rhode Island, and Detroit, Michigan.
Those all track.
Those track completely. Have you been to Baltimore? Ooh,
I just think it's funny that they went through everybody's Instagrams to find, are they smiling? Oh,
that's I mean, I'm actually impressed because I wasn't sure that Shiny Smile Veneers, I wasn't sure the level of research that they were going to do, but I'm impressed.
That sounds like it sounds like veneers you would buy over the counter at your local drugstore or something.
Well, I don't know anything about Shiny Smile Veneers, but perhaps they'd like to be a sponsor of New Day Northwest.
But the moral of the story is that everybody should be smiling all the time because we should be #1.
Would you like to hear where we are? No one has asked me as yet where we rank.
Okay.
Take a guess. Everyone just take a quick guess.
Well,
I kind of assumed we weren't 1.
1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
I'm going to say like 25.
Jen?
5? Ooh, I'm going to say 9.
Okay.
I know the answer, so I don't want to.
You do?
Yeah.
Cheater.
14.
Yeah, we are number 14. We're 14 on the list. So, Jenny, you were the closest.
Ooh,
without
what do
cheating.
I win?
Right.
You win some cookies. Your own cookies.
Enjoy.
Best prize ever.
All right, well, I'm excited to learn that bit of news on the interwebs. Also, something I learned over the weekend on the interwebs was that GIFs, you know those little videos we send each other?
GIFs or GIFs?
I was just going to say that.
We can
Is it a
argue
GIF
for
or
the next
GIF?
hour over that.
You know, it doesn't matter anymore.
I'm going with GIFs.
It doesn't matter.
I say GIFs too.
Why?
Because they're yesterday's news. Apparently, they're for boomers now.
Okay, they matter because I'm a boomer.
Well, they matter to you, but if
Yeah, why does boomer doesn't matter at all?
These are some of the GIFs or GIFs that people say should be retired. So this is the common ones right here.
So I will say this. Okay, some of them, yes. I asked our babysitter, and I said, hey, listen, are GIFs okay? GIFs okay? She goes, only if they're used ironically. I don't even know if I know how to ironically use a GIF.
I don't.
GIF.
But how can you not use Will Ferrell? I mean, that is
the best.
Classic.
My What's your favorite most used GIF is the girl spitting out of the mug when she laughs so hard she's like spit take.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Guys, I have GIFs, like my own personal ones on my Instagram.
Do you?
Yeah, put in Jenny cookies. So am I out? Like, does this have to go?
Jenny,
No.
you are never out.
Never.
I use them. I think they're fun. I call them stickers though on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a sticker on your
yeah,
story.
it's a sticker.
I
All right.
just don't like that somebody says they're out. I mean,
Right?
who
It's
can-
not someone, it's these youngins.
Yeah,
What's wrong with
it's like
them?
in high school when they would say who was popular. Who gets to decide that? No,
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
seriously.
All right, Jim, you never told me your favorite GIF.
I think anything from The Office. I use those all
Okay.
the time.
Yes.
I've never
So-
gotten a GIF from you.
I use it ironically, though.
You didn't even respond to my last text message, by the way.
Ooh,
Didn't?
this is getting very personal. Jenny and I are getting
Yes, I
right
do love your
behind
hair.
Homer's hedge
I do love your
right
hair.
now.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
you better
asking.
get behind a hedge. All right, so from shaming Jim to shaming bears. I guess apparently it's okay to fat shame a bear because it's Fat Bear Week.
It's good.
And I don't know if I know how to say
It's a
this
good thing.
national park correctly. Katmai or Katmai National Park in Alaska. I probably totally
Katmai, I
butchered
think
that.
you got it right
And
the
y'all
first
let me
time,
know.
yeah.
I did? Okay, I'm
I think
surprised.
so. I'm going to go with that.
All right, so it is Fat Bear Week.
Right. So they do this lineup where they take all their bears who are getting a little bit, as they say, chunkadunk or
Yeah.
bear chunky for hibernation.
Yeah.
And they have a lineup every week, and this is the last week you can vote. And so, like, they did all these lineups and who would win. And normally, I guess this Otis wins almost every year, but I think he's out of it. And today's
Otis, no.
Yeah. So, like, they would put
Oh my
these, they go
goodness.
head to head, and they show you what they were like in the beginning, and
my
then
gosh.
kind of towards
Stop
the end.
it.
I'm going for 901.
Yeah.
901
And
sadly doesn't have a real name,
These two
but
are the finalists.
But look how
901
cute
in
they
there?
are.
They're so cute, but they're
This is a-
quite large.
This is a good problem for them to have, right?
Yeah.
Because they are going to survive the winter, correct?
Can
like
you
their
even
job.
imagine how great it would be just
Yes.
to keep eating and eating and
Yes.
eating, knowing that you're going to lose it?
I mean, I can't imagine, and I'm a big fan of the Bear because of the UCLA Bruins, of course, go Bruins. But I can't imagine our Bruin would ever be allowed to eat like that. I mean, not in LA, my goodness.
I'll tell you, does everyone here have a favorite? I voted for 901. Got a booty that just won't
I
quit.
honestly,
Good booty.
good number. Good number, Jim. All right, so of course we got Snuggly Bears. It's time to talk about Christmas. In the stores right now, are we ready or not? No, I'm not ready. I walked into Costco like in summertime, and they had, this is Costco. Come on now, man. What signals Christmas for you, though? You know what signals like the start of the holidays for me is the Starbucks cups. I hate to say it, but it's true.
The Red
They know.
Cup Day. It's the
The
best
Red
day
Cup,
ever.
it's a good day.
It starts in like September now.
For me,
Are they
it's these
out?
pretzel chips that I brought you all. These
Okay,
signal
so
Christmas for me.
Susie brought us these, and I assume that you, because by the gigantic bag you have sitting before you, you got these at Costco as well?
Yep.
So you love peppermint.
Yeah.
I got to bring you guys some peppermint cookies because
Well,
we
yes.
have the best peppermint at
Oh, you
Christmas
got some
time.
over here.
You guys, it's not Christmas at my house until I make
good.
my famous fantasy fudge. And fudge is so temperamental when you make it, but it's so good. It's like, you know it's Christmas once there's fudge.
My grandma had like a legit meltdown in my house once because like 3 batches of fudge went down, and it was
Yes.
legit. She cried.
Yeah.
It happens, and you ruin all that butter and the sugar and all of it, but I can teach you how to make no-fail fantasy fudge.
Oh, hello, next segment.
Yep.
They're right there.
My mom used to make fudge and then cool it in the sink to let it cool at a gentle pace. And then my brother came in and washed his hands and didn't even like
Oh, gross.
I knew
So-
that was
Oh my
coming.
gosh. All right.
soap fudge.
These are good, Susie. They're no Jenny cookie, but
I
they're
know.
very good. Thank you for
I love
sharing
them.
that. All right, this has been fun, but we need to move on. But don't worry, the panel will be back later in the show.